gotta push the button. Hi, it's me. It's probably loud. Is that better? Maybe. Hello, hi. Let's play Sudoku. I didn't play Sudoku on stream all week because I was working on Fizz. Fizz is going pretty well. It's exciting. This is just water. It's okay. Fizzy water, they call it, on Long Island and in Philadelphia. It's a weird overlap between the Long Island accent and the Philadelphia accent that seems to only apply to Wooder. I mean, Wooder is definitely Pennsylvania, but... Isaiah, okay. Thank you for your patience. Tolerating the non-Sudoku time. But what are we going to do? I was thinking, there's that Skojo puzzle. Well, I kind of want to... I've blobbed since new puzzles. It sometimes feels silly to just have this... Skojo, how's it going? I just mentioned you and you appeared. Do you have a puzzle? Do you have a puzzle handy that I should solve? Or I'm going to dive into Blob's puzzles. It's going to be... That's how it goes around here. Probably should have thought of this before I started streaming. Oh yeah, Isaiah, you sent one. I forgot. You whispered it, right? Let's do that one. Forgot. How could I forget? The Nameless. The Nameless King. Okay. Is this still the right link and everything? All good? Cool. Right, this was the quads and 10 lines. Assuming there's been no changes to this. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do what? Let's pick a shader. It's nice, citrusy. Oh man, that's cool. Think what I could do with Fizz if only I could make things glow. Yeah, what are the odds of that? These octograms. Is this too much? That's probably too much, huh? I do like it. Is there a... How's the music level? I need to turn it down a little bit for just my own brain. I keep switching strategies for playing music. Inhumanable? Does that mean that a human can't solve it? Inhumanable. Is there an obvious place to slow down time in here? I don't necessarily see a incredibly obvious... I don't understand this. Is this the I time 0.3 I time? I don't know how to... I mean, we could just start, add like zeros in here. I don't know what that's going to do. Probably nothing good. G time. Didn't really... There's no reason to believe this is going to do what I expect it to do. So I should probably just pick another shader. Hoosierable? Hoosier? Yes, it's okay to leave the page. Okay, I liked that one. It just seemed a little too eye-catching, perhaps. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. Wow. Okay, it's not very... It doesn't really fill out the space very well, does it? But I guess you could just like shift it to the side. It's very pretty. I kind of see how it works. Looks SDF-ish. Oh, is that true? Is that true? Is there someone even more stubborn than me? I mean, I'm very stubborn. I'm just not very skilled with Sudoku is the problem. Okay, let's give this a shot. This seems exciting. I'm a fan of quads for sure. So, I guess the thing that I'm tempted to do is just look for quad overlaps. Gotta like attune my brain to quads because I haven't done quads in a while. Find that I need there's like an attunement step that I require. One and three are up here. That's just a 1-3 pair. Because there's 1, 2, 3 here. I feel like I'm gonna make mistakes. I feel my brain is feeling unattuned. So definitely yell at me if I start making ridiculous mistakes. Right, 10 lines. Let's probably actually read the rules, huh? Consists of one or more contiguous groups of cells, and the values of cells in each group must sum to 10. That sounds good. These groups of cells cannot overlap, digits in a circle, etc., etc., etc. Wait, where in the Sudoku? Wait, what does that mean? Where I like spiritually? Where I am spiritually in the realm of Sudoku? Because I don't have an answer for that. We got 1, 2 here and a 1, 2 here. So there's a 1, 2 in here, and the 1 has to be here. Okay, I feel like I'm like sloppily. Yeah, definitely being sloppy. Good grief. Those are supposed to be 7s, not 4s. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I apparently I needed to like have my brain boot a little bit. So we're in a kind of a booting process here. 1 and 3 we put down there. That was exciting. We had a 1 and 2 here that we put there. We have an 8 that's going to go over here. And if it's in here, it's not here. Does this, I guess yeah, 10 lines I don't do a lot of, so I'm gonna have to think through some things here. Like, it's not reasonable. These 3 digits have to sum to 10, right? Because there's no, I couldn't have a 10 and a 10. There's no way to divvy this up. So does that mean there's no way to have an 8 and a 9 on here? And that puts an 8, 9 here? Oh boy, I feel like I'm being very cavalier with this. I'm going to make silly mistakes. Similarly, we couldn't have an 8 on a 3-cell line summing to 10. Right? Could have a 7 with a 1, 2. But you can't have an 8. Those are legal. The 7... could have the 7 with the 1, 2 if that was 8, 9, 3. Okay, definitely somebody yell at me if I start making mistakes, because I feel like it's coming. The 8, this friend's 8. 5 is going to have to be 2 10s. These are all 1 10, though. These 3 lines are all a single 10, right? That seems... Oh, right, and that's interesting. Like, this really is just... There's definitely a 7 on here. Is that what I'm saying? I'm saying 8 and 9 is not here. I'm saying there's definitely a 7 here, and if there's a 7, this is definitely 7, 1, 2, right? Is that true? For some reason, I don't believe anything I'm saying at all. There is a 6 or a 7 on here. The 6 would allow for 6, 1, 3, but that means there's definitely a 1 on here. Because there's a 6 or a 7 on here, we definitely have to have a 1. So the 1... We said the 1 was here or here, which pushed it down here, but this line needs a 1 on it. So, oops. So this is a 1. Is that our first digit? How are we doing here? 3. That's 3. Right? So that makes the 7, sorry, the 6 not work. Because this is this just 7, 1, 2 again? No comment. Uh-oh. Have I made a terrible... Oh, no. Did I make a terrible mistake? Not the normal first hit? Okay. I'll take it. So... these are both 1, 2, 7s? That puts the 8 up here with the 6. I think I'm just saying this is an 8. Yeah, this is just an 8-9 pair. And this is a 3. Which is good because it crams a 3 in here, which is expected. I didn't notice that earlier. Did I? I don't remember now if I noticed that earlier. That 3 and 4. So 4 is here. There's a 4 in there and there's a 4 in there. So this is just 5, 6. Which kind of, it's all of our middly digits pulled off of here. Puts a 4 up here. What do we know about this? So we did end up with a 1 over here, which checks out. There's some easy wins. I mean, you know, I'm making things hard. I obviously want some difficult things. Is it that thing that I forget to do with quads where there's like this quad magnetism? Where things get pulled away from where you think they should be? Like the magnetism on this 8. This digit is sort of pulled over here and over here, so neither of those are 8, so one of those is 8. I'm probably missing that sort of thing, right? Like this one's not a 1, and then this is 1 is being magnetized over here. Okay, well, I'm gonna make all the steps tough because that's just my preference. That's how we do things around here. But the magnet doesn't seem to... Well, I haven't thought about these 10s yet. We could think about them, right? These quads are happy. Oh, right. Okay, right. So the 7's not... We need our 1, 2 in here, so that's not the 7. So that's a 7. I see. But then the 8, 9 is okay. That's okay. Were these obvious in some silly way that I missed? Yeah, this one needs the 2, so that's the 2 and that's the 7. 7 is dumped down here. Specifically there. It's on the line. It has to be either in sequence with a 1, 2, or it has to be in sequence with a 3. The 7 is the normal first digit? Okay. You know, I was just letting it cook. I was just letting it rest, you know. It's like when you are baking bread and you need to just let it, you got to let it rise. I was just letting that simmer a little bit. It's like letting your tea steep or your coffee bloom, you know. There's a 4 in here. 4 here, 4 here. We already knew this. 4. What else do we want to think about? Oh, is there just some very obvious thing that I'm not thinking about here? Where we have 6 digits. These quads define 6 digits in 6 cells, right? Is that just the extremely obvious thing? That 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 8 are here. So this is 6, 7, 9. Is that true? In the lower half of this box, we have all these digits pulled down. So 6, 7, 9 all live on top. So that frees this 7. Is that true? The sneaky 7 lurking around like a weirdo up in the corner. I like this song. It reminds me of The Life Aquatic. Probably had the volume too low. It's like some dynamic. That probably exists, right? Oh, that would probably be annoying. Like a ducking plugin. So same thing is going to be true over here, where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9 just goes over here. That's not the 7. That unsevens you. So there's no high digits on here, but we would, well, I was about to say we wouldn't expect there to be, but we might expect them to be. There's no middly digits here. Oh, the 6 digit 6. Yeah, that's a cool, that's really, I like that. That is got a good feel to it. So this one is a recipe that involves what? Is that the thing I want to think about now? Quads with 4 digits. That is true. I don't know. You were very generous with the alignments, like the you know, these kind of alignments that push things around. Like, oh, I can live with quads puzzles that don't have 4 digits in a quad clue, but I really struggle with them when there's no like alignments that present themselves. Okay, I'm sorry, I've lost the thread a little bit. I feel like I just don't. I'm not quite decided on what I want to look at next. Like we could look at the kind of composition here. I think we're only using one of these digits, right? Because if we obviously can't have the 8 in here, and we can't, but this can't be 3, 4, because if this 3, 4, that would be 7, and this would have to be a 3, and it can't. So this really is just from 3, 4, and 8, and one of those digits is going to make an appearance downstairs, and that means it's going to have like a little L shape like this, where this digit is going to contribute 2, this digit, or sorry, this quad is going to contribute 2, and this quad is going to contribute 1. Screaming Ice Cube, how's it going? Well, the drunkenness happens. Screaming Ice Cube, you snuck in out of nowhere. Pretty chill. We chill. Okay, I'm ignoring 10 lines right now. I probably should pay attention to them, but I refuse to. I'm just interested in this little Tetris puzzle going on down here. Because does that track, like the 8 is definitely not down here, and this is not 3, 4, because that would be a 3. So we need 2 digits down here that sum with 1 digit down here to be 10. And our options are, it seems like we need the 5, right? Because if we only have 3, we need 2 digits that sum to 7. If we have 4, we need 2 digits that sum to 6. So that, I'm pretty sure, puts the 5 down here. Because we don't have the 5, this is just summing to 3, and it's no good. But the thing that's sort of annoying, well, doesn't it cram this in the corner? Yeah, this person lives here, and then the 5 is down here, so this is a 1 or a 2. But then it's annoying because this is 5, 1, 2. I don't know that we quite know that yet. And I think similarly, we can't have any 2 of these digits, right? Like this digit has to be shaped like this, because we can't do 2. We can't do 2 of these. Oh no, there's a sneaky naked single right in front of my face. Right, any two of these is too many. No, that's not true. Sorry, that's not true actually, because we could have 451. It was a close call. I almost blew it. 4 5 would be 9. That would be 1, and this would be 3 2 6. Yeah, 1 4 5. You're right. So that the L doesn't help us very much down here. At least not that I see immediately, unless there's somebody like riding the boxcars over. I don't see anybody riding boxcars. Okay, we've really got to think about these 10 lines. I don't want to think about them. If the 4 is not on here explicitly, right? So how do we want to think about this? There's two 10s in here. Is that right? There's no high digits up here. There's no middly digits. So this sees all the high digits and all the middly digits, right? So this is just 1, 2, or 3 because it sees 4, 5, 6, and it sees 7, 8, 9. Does this have to be a 2 and a 3? Seems like it has to be a 2 and a 3. Whoa, wait. Something is jingling at me and I don't know why. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second. I don't know why ringing was happening in the other room and not in here. Okay. Roping, I like roping. Roping's cool. Sorry, so right, we're saying that it's either a 2. We're saying we think that this is a 2 and a 1, right? And what we were just going to talk about is if this was the 2, right? So I'm saying that about it. It's a pair or a triple, I guess is a good way to see it. If we tried to make this a pair, we don't have any of these high digits. We could still have 6 4, but we don't have the 4. So are we saying that this is the pair and this is its own friend and this is its own friend? Is that what we're claiming? And then this is not 6 4. You don't like coloring Sudokus? What? That's the main reason I do Sudokus, is to color them. I mean, that's I can't even think of another reason to do a Sudoku. Why would you do a Sudoku if you can color it? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so given that 8 and 9 is kind of crammed. I mean, is that a contentious? I didn't realize that was contentious. I thought colors were okay. I did a puzzle. Been doing puzzles today that, okay, we have a similar thing. Sorry, I'm just not paying close enough attention. Where like, you know, very frequently coloring is just required in a puzzle. Do we have any more insight here? You go to the 8 or the 9 with the 2, I guess. You can't. Oh, well, right. Well, we just rolled out 4 6. Really, that's all. Nothing else. Very interesting. Down with colors, really? This is just. I mean, I don't need these colors. It was just a way to talk about 2 sets. Okay. What do we want to then look at? What do we know about that? Does that help us think about anything? It's 2 digits that sum to 9, which is not fun. Or 8 or 7. The summing to the 7 would be kind of interesting. Just because the 3 and the 4 would not be available. Okay, sorry. Do we need to think about down here? So we have a 6, 7, 9. So this sees 6, 7, 8, 9. right? So this is definitely not a high digit. This doesn't quite have the same, like this one was just very explicitly highs and lows. This is like a weirder, these two are sort of a weirder composition, but it seems they seem, I'm coloring it, they seem to struggle, right? Like we're only going to make 10 in 2 digits with a high digit and a low digit. So the only thing we could have, but I think we still can, right? Can we do a 2-8? We rolled out 6-7-9, but if we did 2-8 and had the 8 here and the 2 here, is that not okay with everybody? Is everyone upset by that? That sort of seems okay. Sorry, in up here, that there must be a 3 in here. Is that true? Wait, really? I'm missing, or are we talking about this blue? Sorry, I should have made this blue. Oh, okay. Sorry, we're talking about this blue, right? See, I foolishly made 2 things blue. Okay, column 3 blue. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So sorry, you're saying there either this is a 3, or it's 2 digits that sum to 8, or 2 digits that sum to 9 that don't include a 4. Can't this be? Oh, right. Yeah, because how are we going to do that? Because we have no high digits in here. Like the 2 digits summing to 9, for example, with the 1 couldn't be 2-7, but could be 3-6. No, not 3-6, 2-6. Wait, what did I just say? That was wrong. Sorry. We have a 1 here and 2 digits summing to 8. 6-2. Is that not possible? 1-6-2? Okay, sorry, I'm being very, very slow. Oh, we're just talking about what gets left over. Ah, I see. Oh, okay, of course. Okay, right. Because we know this is 24. So we know this is 34. So we know this is 11. Is that what we're saying? Okay. Right. Oh, interesting. I wasn't even thinking about that. That's probably a good thing to think about, huh? So this, yeah, right. So obviously this is a 10. These 3 digits sum 24. That's a total of 34. This leaves an 11. That's definitely not where my mind was. An 11, and we have a 4. So we need 2 digits that sum to 7. And the 2 digits that sum to 7 would be 2 digits that sum to 7 that aren't going to be 3, 4. So it would be 4. Wait, why do you need a 3 there? You need a 3 up here. We don't have it down here. I see. Because this is going to be 2 digits sum to 7, which would be the 1, 6 or 2, 5, but never 3, 4. So the 3 is okay. That was an exciting roller coaster. I don't know that I feel like that advanced me in the world, but I understand. I understood. That is interesting. I like the idea of summing that. That's a smart thing to do. But it didn't immediately. I mean, we kind of sort of know the composition of this, right? It's 4 with a 6-1 or a 5-2. Those are the only things we can do down there. With a 6-1 or a 5-2. And 3 is the odd fellow out. Okay, so what I was trying to think about this, but this felt less fruitful, at least right this minute, right? In terms of it still felt possible. I'll make this not blue. I'll make this lilac. It still felt possible, even though we have 6, 7, 9 here, and lots of low digits here. It still felt possible for this to be 8-2. So that. I'm missing something there. Should we look here? Oh, are we looking here? The nature of this digit. This could be an 8. We don't necessarily have to magnetize. Did we actually? I haven't thought about 8s in a second, just in terms of the magnetic properties of 8s. We seem to have squished 8 over here. We definitely have an 8 up here, but we don't know about 8 over here right this second, right? So this fellow sees the number of high digits. Oh, right. Oh, of course. Right. This is a 10 line. So we were it was very obvious that we were excluding 8s from these, but when we think about this is just a 2 and a 1, right? If we try to put 8 here, we have a difficult time. 8 would have to be on a 3 because we said this digit is on a 3 always. So this, the highest this could be a 6. Well, there's not. So this is not. So yeah, okay. So 8 is not here by magnetism. It's not here by magnetism, and it's not here because this is always part of a triple. It's required that this is part of a triple, and the high, we could have a 7 on there with 7, 1, 2, but not 8. So that does push 8 in here. So the 8 like jumped the little fence. So then we get 8s on the upper story. So that makes this lowish. It's not high, at least. But we didn't really think it was. I mean, it's not 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's pretty low. But do we still... We thought about this being 8, too. Is there a pair just... Oh, this pair that's been here my entire life? I don't know, probably my entire life. Probably the whole time. I mean, it's been here since I did the L, I guess, when I was playing Tetris. Okay. This is a 1-2 pair. As some of you may have noticed, there's a 1-2 pair here. Screaming Ice Cube is really laying into me today. I was just not even going to do Sudoku on stream. And I was like, no, I said I would do Sudoku this weekend. I've been doing Fizz so much. Isaiah's mad at me for not playing Sudoku. And then here we are now. I'm being abused. That's not abusive. It's helpful. I appreciate it. No, I know it looks like Fizz Dev because of... How's it going, Binary? Because of the background back there, but no, it isn't. I think that's still running somewhere, though. No, I closed Unity. This is still open. Not useful. I changed the shards after the end of the stream. Still undecided on that one. I mean, the thing about these shaders is they can do post-processing passes and make everything glow, and I have to fake everything. Okay, sorry. We got a 5 down here. What do we think about that? Really little. I don't have a strong opinion of that 5, personally. So we could talk about... What could we talk about? We said that this was... No, this is still ambiguous, right? Because it's 5 and then 2 digits that sum to 5, either 1, 4 or 2, 3, and this is the brother of that digit, right? So this is still an ancient mystery. All the 1s and 2s are in this neighborhood. The 3s and 4s. Who do we want to think about? So you're saying, okay, sorry, you want me to be in box Box 5, is that where we're hanging out? So oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 6. This is 6, 7, 9. So this is a, okay, because we have all of the low digits and we have 5. We also have 8. We have 6, 7, 9. So this is part of a triple. 6, 7, 9. That's not 7. So what does that mean? It does mean the 6. The 6s are upstairs. No, it doesn't. The 6 could be down here. That's not true. That's not a true statement. So 6, 7, 9. We have some highnesses here, but not quite enough highness. Okay, sorry. I realize I'm getting very distracted. Okay. Yes, and by magnetism, by the power of magnetism, the 9 is sucked into this black hole. So this is not a 9. So that is a 6. So we get a pair there. That becomes the 8. That becomes the 6. Oops. So that's, well, that does stuff all over the place. So we do end up with our 6 down here. What else do we end up with? So 6 ends up on the ground over here. And this is a triple. 1, 2, 3. We already knew this was a triple. Why didn't I pencil mark this earlier when we talked about these being triples? So this is what, 4, 5, 9? Right? And that's not 9. That takes 4 or 5 out of here. Why didn't we? I don't know. It's the classic famous thing I love to do, which is talk about something and then just ignore it for the rest of my life. So the 8 ended up down there. So the 9, that's 7, 9. So 7 is one of those people, right? One of these people is a 7. I feel like I'm missing some other important information. But what is it? You don't quite know the 4. 7 ended up in there. The I mean, if 7 was there, this would be 1, 3, 4. 2 would be there. Everyone seems okay with that. Feels like I should have learned more from what just happened. We have all the high digits here. Well, in fact, we had most of the high digits just gravitated over here, right? Like 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all sucked into this part of the neighborhood. So these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it does let a 5 escape. I guess we knew that. Like there's one more, there's one more digit kind of unaccounted for. So, okay, I'm gonna ignore chat for a second and just look at this and try to get my bearings, because it seems like, don't be mad at me. Seems like, do you have the 8? 8's definitely in there. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. Just thinking about this, if we I guess I still think it could maybe be 8, 2. And the 8's in there, and that one push 8 down here. Push it in here specifically, and that would be a 7-8 pair. But I do feel like I've missed something critical. Like, there's no, but there could be a 5 in here. There's no 6, 7, 8, 9 in here. So 6, 7, 8, 9 all have to live outside of this apartment. And that's not 6, 7, 8, 9, but we have one digit too many, right? It's because of the 5. It's cramping my style. Oh, or the other half of the 3, 4. Okay, so I'm sorry, Chad. I'm going to ignore you a little longer. Just a little longer. That 9 landed up there. That is to be expected. That is... Everyone's happy with that. See up there with... So there's definitely a 3 up there. So there's 2 digits that sum to 7. But they're just the leftovers of what's down here, right? Because this one sums to 11, so it's just one more. This was a pair, high pair. It's an 8 or a 9 up there. One of the 3 are happy. Oh gosh, sorry. You're the 6, 7, 8, 9. All these big people digits. These are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did this music happen? We got like Grimbone bass pedals going. What? Okay, chat. Don't give up on me. Just well, 7. What is 7 doing? Hey, like annoyingly, it feels like this could be 3. It's not 3, 7. 3's over here. So 7 is in here, right? Where 7's not in there. 7's not up here, and 7 can't be here because we've said the 3 is here. So this is a 4-7 pair. I don't know if anybody cares about that, but it's true. And this sums to 10, and this sums to 10. So that's 10, 20, 31. So these sum to 14, is that right? 10, 20, 31. These sum to 14, which is either 6, 8 or 9, 5. Which makes sense because we knew there was an 8 up here. That's 6, 8 or 9, 5. That's the 4, 7. And then the 5, well, the 5 was never going to be here, but we said the 5 could be here. The 14. This does only have one very high digit. The other one's down. Wait, 8 or 9 is down here. 8 or 9 is down here with 1 or 2, right? That's the other. Because they're not both. One's up here. They're not both up here, and they're not over here. So there's an 8-2 down here, or there's a 9-1 down here. I feel like I'm not moving forward in life. Eight's over here. That's not true. 8 or 9. One, the leftover. That does place the 7, though. And this is like part of a 1-2. Well, okay. There's a 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 quintuple. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 quintuple here. The 1, 2 is seen by that, and the 3, 8 is seen here. That still doesn't help very much. 1, 2, 9. It's the leftover. It almost, oh gosh, it feels like there's almost something. It's this, the 3 is still a threat though, because otherwise you kind of end up with a pair that's like 9 can be over here with 2. 9 can be over here with either, it's going to eat the 1. So if there's a 9 over here, it's got to be here with the 2 or the 3. If 8's over here, 9 has eaten the 1. So 8, if this is an 8, the 1 has been eaten by the 9. So this is a 2 and this is a 3, I guess, in that case. I don't know if this is very useful. Oh, it's, thank you for stopping by, Screaming Ice Cube. Oh gosh, look at Screaming Ice Cube. There's a whole list of instructions and I've been ignoring them all. Okay. But it actually, okay, it seems like I was kind of not on the totally off track at least. Did we end up with anything else that was forced here? It really is the remaining, it's the 5 or the 6 with the 1 or the 2 from down here, I guess, is what the leftover friend is. Right? Because it's, if we said this was 3, that would be 5-2 or 6-1. If this was 8-2, if we knew things, right? But do we know? We don't know. It's all speculation. But that did, we got something out of that, right? What did we get? We got, I thought we placed something. We placed a 7 is what we placed. It'd be cool to get a 7 downstairs. Or further downstairs than we already have a 7. So I'm probably... So there's a 9 in this neighborhood. Where do you get the 8 in this neighborhood? The 7 in this neighborhood goes here. This person... The 1-2 pair squished the 1s and 2s over here. But if the 3 or the 4 had to be squished over here, then we would know that the 2 was pushed downstairs. But I don't immediately see squishiness happening. Maybe we need to think more about this neighborhood. Or we could, I mean, we could do, we know these options, kind of. Like, there's a 1-2 pair here whose buddy lives over here. There's an 8-9 pair here whose buddy lives over here. There's a 5-6 pair whose buddy lives over here. But I don't know. We do know that this, we were happy with this being 14, and we're happy with this being 10. So that is 24. So then these digits must sum to 21. There is an 8 or a 9 over here. These 4 digits must sum to 21. We have one of them is an 8 or 9. There's no 1, there's no 2. Is there not somebody else pushed over here? See other, yeah, well, it's the brother of the 5. No, not necessarily, because the brother of the 5-6 could be in here. So there's a high digit up yonder. I don't know. Those sums are very helpful. That 1, 2, we have that. Got lots of stuff. Did we not think about this enough? What have I not thought about enough? You look great. You're done. Did we know, like we talked about, there's a, I'm going to color these to make everybody mad. That these exist like this, with the 8 right here. The 8-2 up there was sort of an interesting notion. The 9 is certainly down in the dumps. This 9's over here. Yeah, 9's in that neck of the woods up north. What else is down in the dumps? What? This is part of the 3. And the pair we just weren't very happy with. I mean, 9 and 1 is eliminated, and 4 and 6 is eliminated because of these. Wait. And 7 is. Do we just know this pair? It's not 9-1 because 9's in that column. It could still, this one could also be 8-2, right? This could be 8-2. It's not 7-3, but it could be, no, it's not 6-4. Wait, is it just 8-2? Is that the only thing this can be? If it's the domino. Okay, well that's funny, right? Because that means the domino is 8-2, no, either way. Is that true? Let's just go through that one more time. Over here, we have 6, 7, 9. So there's 8 is the only high digit we can have over here. Over here, we can't have 9 because it's up here. We can't have 7 because it's up here, but we can't have 6 because 4 is up here. So actually, 8-2 is our domino. Which is sort of interesting. We know there's a 9 down here. We know this sums to 27, 36. So we know there's 2 remaining digits that sum to 8. 2 digits that sum to 8, right? Because this is 20, 27. The 9 is down here, 36. No, that sum to 9. I'm sorry. 2 digits that sum to 9, right? 10, 20, 27, 36. There's a 4 and a 5 left that sum to 9. So it's 9 and 2 digits that sum to 9, which is my least favorite thing in Sudoku. which is two things that sum to 9. So about that 8-2, another thing that's funny about that actually is, so 8s and 2s are in here, in this part of the world. That's not 8, and that's not 2. And then because of this, this is not 8. And if that can't be 8, that can't be 2. So the 8s and 2s are very specifically composed like this. So this isn't a 2. So the 3 either needs 2 digits that sum to 9 or 2 digits that sum to 7, but 2 digits that sum to 8 is not on the menu. And whatever digits, whatever sums we have, 2 is not allowed to be on there. So what is that going to be? Oh, there's a 4 here. Very minor. There's a 9 in here with 2 digits that sum to 9 that are not 7-2 and are not 8-1, but could be 4-5 or 3-6, right? Like 9 is definitely in here somewhere, and then we need 2 digits that sum to 9, and the digits that sum to 9, 1-8 is not allowed, 2-7 is not allowed, 3-6 is allowed, and 4-5 is allowed. This is not 3 or 5 or 6, and that's not 5. So this is only 4 or 9. Unfortunately, if this is 9, then we have a whole lot of options over here. I should have actually paid more attention to what we just deleted, right? Like this, this is never 4, for example, because 4 would have to go with a 5 somewhere, so that's not a 4. This is never... The 3 can go with this 6. The 5 can go with a 4 down there. 6 can go with this 3 specifically. And then 9 can go with... Oh, this can't be 4 because it would have to sum to 5. Did I do that right? Yeah, right. If this is... Wait, you're saying it's a problem if it is a 9? Screaming Ice Cube, I thought you left. I was about to say it had to be a 9. It's not true. This 4 would have to go with a 5 specifically. So if this is 4, this is 5, this is 9. If this is 3, this is 6, this is 9. If this is 4, this is 5, this is 9. If this is 6, this is 3, this is 9. And if this is 9, this has to be 4, 5. Oh, sorry, you said row 8. This one. You said this was bad. I didn't get that far yet. If this was 9, right, yes, it's not possible for this to be 9 because there's no 2 digits if this is 9, this is 4, and we've ruled 5 out, right? So the 9 is never there. So the 9 is in this neighborhood and this neighborhood, and the 9 is over here. The 9's not here. So we do know kind of almost sort of slightly something. If this, so 9 is one of these 2 digits. If this is 9, this is absolutely 4, 5. Annoyingly, if this is 9, this could be 3, 6, or 4, 5, or 6, 3, which is a sad story. It's an upsetting story. Did narrow this down to 3, 5, 6. 4's there. Gosh, this is so tight. It's very tightly constrained. We gotta remember that the 1, 2, the brother of the 1, 2 here This C is 1, 2 is here. So whatever digit comes here with their 8, 9 sum, whichever low digit, like that would break if it was 8. If it was 8, 2, and the low digit was also here, the brother, I mean, the 1 here. Oh, maybe that works actually. No, it would be the 9. If you did 9 with the brother, it would break this. Okay, so did we learn anything about this? We learned the following thing, that it's if it's 1, it's 2 digits that sum to 9, which I hate. No one likes that. Well, the 3-digit friend definitely has a 1 on it. Even if it's not here. So if this is 3, then it's 1, 6 is what it has to be. It would have to be. If this is 3, then one way or the other we have 1, 6, and the other way we have 8, 2. And that takes the 3, 6 off here, so then the sum to 9 is 4, 5 down here in whatever way it goes. Unfortunately, if we have the 1, it's just 2 digits that sum to 9, and it's the leftover 2 digits. It's the either the 3, 6 or the 5, 4. So one of this line is either 1, 3, 6 or 1, 3, 6, both of which, well, the 6 couldn't go this way because of this 6. But at the moment, 1, 3, 6, I think is safe to go this way. Or it's 1, 4, 5. Sorry. Yeah. It's 1, 3, 6 specifically going this way. Or 3, 1, 6, whatever the combo is. Or it's 1, 4, 5, but because of the 4, 5 going up here, it has to swing this way. So if it's 1, 3, 6, it goes this way. If it's 1, 4, 5, it goes this way. Can we squish this into some... How do we squish this? Like, we almost know... Oh, gosh. Well, like, you can see... Right. Like, if this is 5, 9... then the 5 ends up down here. So that really are options here for that to be 14. Don't we almost just know this then? I mean, in terms of this being like... Oh, you almost know it. Row 6, column 8. Let's think about it. Row 6. Wait, sorry? You said, oh, typo. Row 6, column 5. Row 6, column 5. What friend can go here? What do we put here? Oh, right. Well, yeah, that pair there. Okay, so this digit, it's not 1, 2, or 3, right? It sees 3 and 1, but it also sees a 1, 2 pair up in the sky. For 4, 5, 6, 6 is in here. 4 is magnetized into the ether, right? Or into this little white dwarf here. So that's not 4. And then of the high digits, 7, 8, 9, it's not, it sees 7 and it sees 8. But why, you said it could only be one thing? Why can't it? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's okay. I mean, that's not terrible. It's nice to have some constraints there. To me, like, I have this feeling about 5s right now that if we could like pin down a 5 somewhere, we would know a lot about the world. This is perhaps an opportunity to do that. Annoyingly, though, 5 was the problem over here, right? Because we talked about, so the 6s here are here for sure. So we talked about this could be 4, 5, 1, which seems like an okay thing for it to be. Skojo has an observation. Can you just throw me into the neighborhood? Can you just point me in the... Oh, wait. Gosh, we have a 2 up here and here. Is that what you just said? Okay, Screaming Ice Cube says the same thing. Right. When we place this 2, I think we looked at the high digits and I just didn't even think about the 2. There's the 2s are upstairs. It means the 2 is downstairs here, right? So doesn't that place a 2? Is that what you meant? Okay, that is right. That's so funny because I thought we looked at that when we placed these, but maybe I was only thinking about the high digits, which are not as useful. Okay, that's exciting. Full of excitement. What do we do with that? We talked about the like relative like pressure of these being only these are only 1, 3, 4, 5, right? Which isn't really enough to squish me, but it does. Okay, but I guess we do get a 2 upstairs, right? What does that do for us? 1 or 2 is there, so we get a 2 upstairs. That like that gives us 4 possible digits in these 2 because we've pulled some digits up and down. Just means that this family is this is 1, 3, 4, 5 because like we said, there's 6 explicit digits in this neighborhood, and we have described those digits. These digits are all, gosh, it's close. Like these digits are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You know, there's a funny thing actually. Like if you put if you put 1 here, this has to be 6, right? If you put 5 here, this has to be 4. If you put 4 here, this has to be 5. If you put 3 here, this has to be 6. Not really meaningful statements, but what I was trying to decide is, I mean, like, you could never, this could never be 4 or 5, I guess, is the not meaningful conclusion of that. Right? Because then you, like, if you have 4 or 5 on this line, it needs the 4 or 5. So you're always pulling one of the, well, it could never be 4 or 5 anyway, obviously. Because if you have 4 or 5 here, you'd have to put 1, 2, and 3 here. So that's nonsense statement. Right. Right. Okay. Of course. Right. Just going back to, it's an L. We just don't, in this case, know which way the L goes. Right. That's our problem down here. Is we don't know the shape of this L the same way we knew the shapes of the other L's. We know there's a 1. It would be really cool to get, it's really cool to learn a little more about this line. These are low digits. These are low digits. Ish. Lower than 6. This little chap, it's almost a triple except for 5. 5 can come live there. Which is really reliant on this. We know this is 4, 5, 6, so 9 is here or here, right? This is just has to be 4, 5, 6. Just like this has to be 1, 2, or 3. But just to say, like, this 9's easy to see. If this is 9, 9 is there or there. If that's 9, that's a 7. If that's 9, that's a 7 and that's a 5. I got kind of that itch that there's a really obvious thing I'm missing, like a naked single or a really obvious pair or triple. That I got that kind of feeling. You like feel it in your teeth. We got 4 digits here. We got a fair number of digits, like somewhere like here. C's 1, 2, and 3. And okay, so this is not 1, 2, or 3 because it sees this 1, 2 pair and it sees 3. It's not 6. I think it can be 4 or 5, right? We haven't ruled out the 5. It's maybe over here with the 5, 9 for the 14, but not sure yet. But of middle digits 4 or 5, and then 7, 8, and 9, we see 7 and we see 8. So that's also 4, 5, 9. So this digit makes an appearance up here. I guess this is also going to be, this is less constrained. This just sees 1, 2, and 7 in both the row and the column, right? It's not really. This sees a fair number of things though. It's not 1, 2. I think it could be 3. Undetermined. The 3 I think can still escape over here only. Like if this is a 3, the 3 could be here with 3. No, it can't. Wait, weird. If you put a 3 here, the 3, no, I guess it's still possible for it to end up over here. I was gonna say if this, yeah, right. I forgot one option of the one. No, wait, hang on. Is this true? Okay, if you put a 3 here, this is a 1, right? And that means the triple can't go down because the triple would be either 1, 3, 6 or 1, 4, 5. So it'd have to go this way. So, and then the 3 would get put over here. So this would be a 1 and this would be a 3 and this would have to be a 6, right? If I try to put a 3 here, the 3 gets pushed here and we have 1, 3, 6 and it's broken. And then the 2, 8 goes there. I think that can't be a 3. I don't know. Does that logic sound correct? Like if I try to put 1 and 2 obviously can't be here. If I put a 3 here, this, you don't agree. Okay, Skoja does not agree. That's fine. Let's talk about it. This becomes a 1. We knew the 1 either has to go with a 4 or 5 or it has to go with a 3, 6, right? It can't go with the 4 or 5 and it can't go with the 3, 6 here. So the 1, 2, 3 has to go this way. But it could still be 1, 4, 5. Is that what you're saying? And then the 3, 6 could be down here. Shoot. I see. This could be 1, 4, 5. And the 3 could be down here with the 6 and the 9 could be there. Right. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. It could be. It could be. This can swing both ways. This 9 could still work with the 4, 5 up here. This would be a 9. This would be a 3, 6, 4, 5. Okay. Shoot. I was excited about that, but oh well. But it's not a 4, 5, 6. This is a 4, 5, 9 triple, so it's not 4 or 5. That does. Okay, anyway. And then 7, 8, and 9. It's not 7. And it's not 9 because of that triple. So this is only 3, 6, or 8, which really 1, 4, 5. Yeah. I just had in my mind that it was going to break down here because of the 9, but the 9 could be here. If this is 4, 5, this could be 9, and that could be 3, 6. I was missing that. I was missing where the 9 would go. I guess I had in my mind the 9 would end up here. I don't know. Anyway, I was wrong. This is only 3, 6, 8. If it's 8, then the 8, 2 is here. And this is definitely 1, 3, 6. Right? If it's vertical, we've said, yeah, vertical is always 1, 3, 6. So that's annoying, actually. The fact that this could be an 8. Because the 8 would push the 8, 2 here, and this would be 1, 3, 6, and it would be fine. And that would leave a 2 here. And then this digit is not that constrained at all. So I don't even think that's worth pencil marking. Who else among you? I mean, this digit is kind of a jerk. This digit's a real jerk. Because it could still be 1, 3. It can't be 1. Okay, so a 1, 2, 3, it's in a 1, 2 pair. But it could be 3. Of 4, 5, 6, the 6 is in there, but I think 4 and 5 is fine. And then from 7, 8, 9, we rule out the 8, but the 7 and the 9, I think are okay. So that's just gross. I don't even want to keep that. I guess we do have a triple here. It's just that this is not very high, I guess. We know this digit is not an especially high digit. I mean, we've ruled out the 3 with some fun logic early on. The 4, 5, 6 seems... Well, it's not 6, right? Because there's a 6 in here. So it wasn't 3, it's not 6, and it's not 7, 8, 9. So that is only 1, 2, 4, or 5. if it was 5, then this is the 5 and this is the 9 and everything. Yeah, it's so much is hinging on like the 8 and 9s are up here in this like very tense configuration. And is there something fun about what happens if this is a 1? It means this is definitely an 8-2, which means this is definitely a 5. If this is 1, this is 8-2, and this is 5-9. So this has to be 3-6, right? And that seems okay with everybody. Well, it has to be 3 up here specifically and 6 here, right? The 4-5, right? There's that weird flip over here. If we get a little more information over here, like this almost was enough. The fact if this could only be 3 or 6, we would know what's going on down here. And we could know that by knowing about the 1-2 here, by knowing about which low digit is here, and so on. It's a little hard to. Yeah, well, I think there's a lot of places you could do that, right? Like the nature of this being 1, 2, or 8, 9 has huge implications all over the grid. Like this being either 3, 6, or 8 has huge implications all over the grid. I think even kind of pulling this 1, what would that do? The problem is that 1 could still be here. Putting a 1 here really forced some business. Certainly a 6 over here. 9 is definitely downstairs. There's not anything else we could learn in. I mean, this is 1, 2, 5, 6, right? Is that? I mean, the other thing we could think about, possibly, is about like the nature of some of these pairs and where they live. But that doesn't seem immediately useful. You know what I mean by like coloring these 8s and 9s and try to figure out like really where they go. But I don't know. Right now, that doesn't seem. The buddy of this 8-9 is in here. The buddy of this 5-6, unfortunately, we could get a 5 in here, which is a real disappointment to everybody. Nobody wants a 5 in there. Are there any other fun sum tricks that we haven't done yet? Like here, for example. We haven't done a fun. This is what is that? 22? This is 22. So that's 32. So this is 3 digits that sum to 13. 3 digits that sum to 13 doesn't sound very fun to me. That's 18. I mean, we know, okay. So this is, that's 18. That's 28. That's 35, right? Is that true? This is 10, 18, 28, 35. So these two digits sum to, this is a 10, right? Is that right? Wait, is this right? I have so much doubt in my heart right now. I don't know why. 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 9 is 18. No, shoot, we don't know. Gosh, of course we don't know that yet, because this could be a 10 or it could be part of a 10. We don't know that yet. Okay, just thinking about it as if it were a 10 for a second. This couldn't be a 3, because a 3 would need a 7. And it couldn't be a 6, because a 6 would need a 4. But that's funny. So if in this case, if this was a 10, it works out, because all it leaves is 8, 2. So that actually works. So that, if that was true, if this was a 10, then if this was a 10, meaning it would be 1, 3, 6. Right, it's 8, 2. That's obvious. But the kind of alternate version of that is saying that this is a 10. And if this is a 10, how would you do it? If this was a 10, this is definitely 8, 2, right? So this is either 3 or 6, and this is either 1 or 3. So if this is 3, this is 1, and this is the 6. And if this is, which is fine, and if this is 6, sorry, it's not, just trying to think through this. If this was 3, it's 3 plus 1 is 4, so this is a 6. It's obviously not 3 plus 3, so that would make it a 6. If this is 3, this is definitely a 6. If this is 6 and this is a 1, if this is a 6 and this is a 1, then this is a 3, right? Of course. And if this is 6, 3, so that becomes a 1, 3 pair. It just is a 1, 3 pair. Okay, there's nothing interesting about that. I was hoping there would be some, I mean, there kind of is actually. Like in one scenario, like if this was a 6 and this is a 1, you'd have to put the 3 here, and that doesn't work. So that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping to find something that didn't work. You know, that like that we were forcing something here that was unhappy because of these pairs. But it seems like they're okay. Like 8 with 2 is fine. 3 with 6 at the moment seems fine, and 6 with 1 at the moment seems fine, which pushes the 1 down here. I mean, that has implications here for sure. That kind of lets us pencil mark this though, right? Like we know the possibilities. Like if this is 8, this is always 2. Like that's just definitely true. And we've said that if this is 3, this is definitely 1, and this is 8, 2. So that makes that 6. And if this is 6, this is 1 or 3. So this is 1 or 3, but it couldn't be 3. So this is only 1, 2, or 6, I think. Is that right? Oh, let's go just see something. Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to think through. Maybe I've done everything I can with this. This almost felt like it was going to be fruitful, but it's not quite. Like there's just 1 degree of freedom too much, sort of. I guess we've ruled out one very specific thing, which is like if this is a 6, this can't be a 1, but that's not very exciting. Is there anything else that we know in terms of the sums of the world? Like, we do weirdly know the sum of this, right? Because we know this is 10. And we know... Oh, we didn't actually think about that. Does that matter? I mean, just thinking about it in terms of this is 24. So this did we talk about this? This is 34. So this must sum, right, 24, 34. These 3 digits must sum to 11, right? Well, I think that's not interesting, because I think they just will. Because the total is 21, so they just will be 11, right? I don't think there's anything very cool about that. We decided this. We know this to be true. And we know the sum of all of these. It's the sum of this that we don't quite know, right? Because this is a 10. So that's 10, 21, 25, 32. So these 3 digits must sum to 13. These 3 digits must sum to 13. Which makes sense, because if that's the 3, then it's 2 digits to sum to 10, because it's just the other half of the 12 is a little hard, but not that hard, because it's just 9, 3. Yeah. Oh no, there's a magical logic thing. Uh-oh. Can you just give me a hint of where to look? like where to gaze? We know the sum of this is 11. We know this. We haven't really thought about this. I don't know how useful it is. Row 6, column 5, and row 7, column 4. Wait, sorry, did I do that? That's not true at all. Sorry, you said rows. I have such a hard time with these, and I don't know why. Rows in row 7, column 4. Is that what you said to look at? I don't know. I have a really hard time with these coordinates, and I don't really know why. Maybe I just need to like always label them outside the grid like battleship or something. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's row 6, column 5. Wait, why? I can't do this. What is wrong with me? I'm sorry. I'm very bad at this. This is row 6. This is column 5. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. I really have a problem with it. I like on stream. I just can't do this on stream. I don't know. There's certain things that my brain does not do while I'm streaming. Sorry. You said row 6, column 5, row 7, column 4. These 2 digits. These 2. Okay, I'm sorry. It's really embarrassing. There's just certain. I don't know. The only excuse I have is there's like certain resources in my brain are allocated to monitoring the stream and monitoring chat and all of those things. No, it's fine. It's like I'm having a stroke. It's a funny thing that I've noticed. I notice it all the time when I'm programming on stream, where I just cannot solve a problem that shouldn't be that hard. And then 2 minutes after I turn off the stream, I can solve it. I was doing that all through the week with like rotation stuff of like, why are these rotations? Why can't I figure out these rotations? And it was just, as soon as I got off stream, I did it. I don't know why. Sorry. Can these both be 9? The answer is no. Because then there'd be no 9 in column 6, right? So those are not both 9. What does that mean? It means one of them is... Oh, is it something about this? Oh boy, okay. Okay. But couldn't neither of them be 9? No. Well, couldn't they be? Sorry, I'm failing. I apologize, but I'm failing to see the... So it seems like they both can't be, but they could neither be. At least one of them is not 9. Okay. But if this was 9, neither of these would be 9. And then 5 would be over here. Like if this was 9, you'd have 5, 5, 5. And you'd have 6, 6, 6. Ooh. I'm just coming up with like tautological statements like one of these is 9. Therefore, one of these is 9, but that's not a real... So what are the implications of that? Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm not grasping grasping the outcome there. So this there's a 5-6 pair here. Are we like, does that let us pull? Okay. Does that let us... Okay, I'm sorry. I have an inkling of what this does, but I'm not... So one of the things we've been talking about is that this could be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We talked about how 6, 7, 8, and 9 are pulled over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are pulled over here, and then this is like a no man's land in between, right? So, oh, it gives... Oh gosh, is it really that easy? these can't both be 9. And if this 5, 6 pair was 5, 6, they would both be 9. Wow. How have I never seen that in a Sudoku before? Does that have a name? That feels like that must be like a classic Sudoku thing with some classic Sudoku name that is absurd, like a J-Wing or something, like a made up. It has to have a name. It's such a Sudoku. I guess that couldn't really appear in a normal Sudoku, could it? Because is it really specifically a quads thing? Or maybe, I don't know. I think you could, feels like you could engineer that in a normal Sudoku. That has to have a name. It's got to be called, I bet Simon knows what the name is. It's called like a I don't even know, an angelfish or something. Like it's okay. That is crazy. Okay, we just talked about these can't both be 9, right? Because that causes problems in this column. But if you make this a 5 and this a 6, if this pair is a 5, 6 pair, then you have made both of these 9. What? I have never seen that in Skojo. That was the first time you'd seen it in that puzzle, or have you seen it before? Well, I feel like that's gonna have implications all over the place, right? Because that's gonna. Oh, we already knew 6 was pushed off there, but gets 5 out of here, which is great. Wow, what a weird thing. So this now sees, we already said 7, 8, 9 were, 6, 7, 8, and 9 were spoken for over in this part of the world, and it already saw a 2, but now it sees a 5. So that does lowify this digit. And so now we have all the low digits here, right? Because these now can only be low because they see 2. They see 5, they see 6, and they see 7, 8, 9. And that means we need one more low digit in the column, which must be here, right? So this can't be an 8. Am I telling the truth? This is a 1, 3, 4 triple, basically. No, I'm sorry. This can be an 8. I'm sorry, the 2 is here. We have all the low digits. This is forced to be the 8. So this is the 9 and this is the 8, which probably does something cool. That gets the 8 out of there. Oh, wow. Cool. Well, thank you for pointing that out. That's really interesting. Yeah, it definitely seems like one of those classic Sudoku things that has a name that I have so little, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should try to learn those things, but most of the time I don't feel that way. Okay, so what did that do for us? We did push the 5. It's the other low person. We got the 1, 3. You're down there. Well, that didn't quite give us the 4. Well, I mean, I wonder. It feels like that's. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but that has the feeling of something that will propagate. But am I wrong about that? Is that wishful thinking? I guess it doesn't. That 8 doesn't really help us. This 6, we already had ruled 6 off of here, right? Yeah, because we already knew 6 was over here. Wow, what a weird thing. That's cool. Thanks for showing that. That's a very unusual trick. Gosh, now I'm like paranoid that there's more of those lurking in the, like with this 7-9 or something, but I don't see it. Weird. Okay, so gosh, that is so weird. Cool. How are we feeling about all of our friends? So getting that, so we untangled a number of pairs, but I don't think we actually kind of gained new information, right? Like our pairs are still quite tangly. One of those digits is certainly an 8. One of those digits is certainly a 2. Twos in this part of the world. Gosh, the 1s and 2s are real creeps. Little creeps. Little jerks. These are covered. This one is still ambiguous in a frustrating way. The 6 is down here. I guess like we know if the 6 is here, this is definitely 1, 2, right? Okay, Screaming Ice Cube, thank you for all your help, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Always a pleasure. No, thank you. I'll post this later and you can watch me struggle with it some more. Skojo, I don't know if we'll get to your puzzle tonight, but I would like to do it. Hopefully it's easier than this one. So just to say, if this is a 6, we know this is a 1, 3, right? If this is a 6, we've got to make 5 and 2 digits. But this is 4, 5 with a 1. So this becomes a 2, 3. So that would be 6, 2, 3. Six, 2, 3. I was trying to break or like put pressure on one of these, which you can kind of do, right? Like just in terms of like this is never a 1, is it? What are our options here? They're either no, sorry, because you could have 5, 2, 3, right? And then 6, 4, 1 over here. So never mind, that wasn't true. You could have 5 with either 1, 4 or 2, 3. That actually feels a little fraught though, right? Because like if you play your cards wrong, you cause a, if you like, I don't know how to put this exactly. If you end up with a 1 here and a 5 here based on what you use down here, that doesn't exactly work, but just as an incorrect example, if you were left over with a 1 here and a 5 here, then both of these would have to be 9. So is there some relationship? But the thing is, I don't think that's actually possible. Well, in fact, what I just said was nonsensical, because you wouldn't be able to rule out the 8, 9 from here. So maybe it's better to think about it from this direction. Like, okay, if I put a 1 here, this is a 9. So this is a 6 or 8, right? So if I put a 1 here, there's no 1 here. So that can only be 5, 2, 3. But that's actually okay. I was hoping that that would force 6 or something. Like, if there's no 1 down here, this is definitely 5, 2, 3. But if there's a 1 here, then the 9 is here, so this is 6 or 8. So that's okay. There is some fragility here. I feel like there's some fragility in this little tower. And maybe it's not enough to like crack. But you can see this relationship with like the 5 and 6 up here. Yeah, in fact, 5 and 6 down here, there's always a 5 or a 6 up here. And there's always a 5 or a 6 in here, right? Is that true? Wait, is that true? Is what I'm saying true? Five, 4. Okay, because that might do it. Wait. So does that? Am I forcing 5 and 6 down here with the 4? That doesn't seem right. No. I'm forcing one of those. I'm forcing either 5 or 6 down here, right? Or am I forcing both of them? I'm only one or the other. So in other, sorry, either there's a 4 down here with 5 or 6, right? So we've said, so we can know what the third digit, the possibilities for the third digit down here. But maybe we already knew this. We probably already knew this, and I'm just restating something. Sorry, for a moment I thought I was saying we were forcing both, but that actually is not possible. Is it? Because if it, okay, that could be helpful too, actually. So, sorry. So this is 24, 34. So this must sum to 11. So we actually can't force 5 and 6 down here. We can only force 5 or 6 down here. So then the options then are, this must sum to 11, right? This, because this is 24, that's 34. This has to sum to 11. So if this is 4, 6, 4, 6, there's definitely a 1. And if it's 4, 5, there's definitely a 2. Which I think we knew that, but that does mean that the other half of this 5, 6... Oh, we already knew this. I think I'm just restating things that we already knew, but maybe there's something useful in here. That the other half of the 5, 6 is in here with the 3, but then that leaves the 1, 2. I don't think we're actually learning anything. Sorry. I don't think there was any knowledge gained there. I think I was just sort of pencil marking things that we already sort of knew. I mean, maybe based on what I just eliminated, I wasn't paying that much attention. Was there anything useful that I eliminated? I don't think so. So there's a 5 or a 6 in here. is possible for 6 to be in there. Okay, Scojo saw another weird thing. Okay, point me to it. I'm glad to be pointed in a place to look. Shoot, I thought for a minute that there was going to be something more meaningful here, but I think actually we were just kind of labeling. I was just labeling things that we already knew, so not terribly useful. It's possible. We did talk about. Gosh, that's close, actually. That's very close. We talked about how if this goes horizontally as a 3, it's 1, 4, 5, and it almost blows that away. But that would be 1, 4, 5, and that would be 2. And then this would be 3, 8. Gosh, almost. Okay, you're saying either version of this has an effect on these two. Does it really? Hi, Cheerful Jim B. How's it going? Now, can we really have 9s in row 3, column 1? And column 2. So this is either 8, 2 or it's 1, 9. So we know that this is a sum to 10. Like this is definitely a 10 domino. So it's either 1, 2 or 8, 9. We don't know which. We know that this sums to 14, which is either 6, 8 or 5, 9, which then leaves the leftover. So basically, this is either 1, 9 or 2, 8, which determines whether this is 6, 8 or 5, 9, which determines whether we get the 5 or 6 here, which like unlocks the whole puzzle. Yeah, so it's a 2-cell and 3-cell in this case. Okay, so Scojo is saying to look at this 14 cage. No, don't be sorry. It's a you're joining a puzzle already in progress, so you don't have all the info. Has an effect on either sorry, row 1, column 7 or 8. I just cannot deal. I don't know why I can't identify things in the grid. It's very embarrassing. So you're saying this 5, 6, 7, 8 pair, one way or the other, is going to affect columns 7 and 8, which are here. Is that correct? I need a way for you to like, you know what I need to do is like make a heat plugin for Sudoku Pad so that you can actually click and highlight cells. That would be pretty cool. Would you use that, Scojo, if I made it? The problem is I'd have to work on heat. Nobody wants to do that. Shoot, it's also getting late. Okay, I'll consider that. I think it would be cool. Okay, so you're saying a 6, 8 pair forces this to be a 3, which forces the whole universe to collapse, right? A 6, 8 pair up here forces this to be a 3, which does the whole business. Forces this to be 8, 2, so forces this to be 1, 4, 5, right? If that's a 6, 8 pair. If this is a 5, 9 pair, what happens? If this is a 5, 9 pair, this is forced to be a 4, But what does that do to the world? It forces this to be a 4. Okay, I'm sorry. That's it. It forces this to be a 4. It forces this to be a 4, and this to be a 5, and this to be a 9. Wait, are those not opposites? Where would they put the 9? Oh, that's fair. That's a very fair question. Gosh, it's funny, but because they enforce opposite things, right? Like one of them forces the 1, 4, 5, and one of them forces the. But you're asking specifically about the 9 situation. So, in the one we just described, with the 4 here, that puts a 4 here, a 5 here, and a 9 here. So this digit becomes a 9 in that scenario. In the scenario with the 3, this becomes 1, 4, 5. This becomes 8, 2. And then we need a 3, 6, which must be over here. Gosh, is that true? You're very good at spotting these insane things. So are we saying that this is always 9? That's a good one. I mean, it felt important to arrive at this as a 14, even though we haven't really used it yet, but maybe that was a good way to use it. Okay, that is very cool. Yeah, that was great, Skojo. 6, 8, he's a 3. It's funny because that like kind of puts more pressure on here too, just in terms of, I mean, we still have the, no, gosh, actually, if this is 6, 8, this is definitely 3. And so you've ruled 3 and 6 out, and it can't be 1, 2. So in that case, this is 5, I think. So this is 4. And this is 9 in that scenario. But wait, does that mean this is always 4? Hang on. If this is 5, 9, this is 4. Okay, let's talk about this person for a second. If this is 5, 9, that's definitely 4, right? If this is 6, 8, if this is 6, 8, this is definitely 3. So we then have ruled 1, 2, 3, and 6 out of here, and that forces this to be a 5, right? Or am I missing something? What if this is 6, 8, 3? What can this digit be? It's not 1, 2, 3. It's not 4. Could be 5. It's not 6. It's not 7. It's not 8 or 9 on this line. So this is always a 4. Is that true? It seems true. I don't know if that actually helps anywhere. Wait, does that place... No, not quite. That's a weird one. Like, what are the implications? So this digit could be a 9, or this is 9, 5. And then there's just too much leeway then, I think, unfortunately. If this isn't a 9, if it isn't a 9, it can't be 1, 2, obviously. I think it could still be 3, though. like 3, 6, 8. It's not 1, 2. This feels like it could be 3. Can't be 4. In that case, we've put the 9 over here, so the 5's over here, so it's not 5. Seems like it could be 6. Can't be 7. Could be 8. So it's also 3, 6, or 8. That doesn't feel quite right. Is that right? Oh, sorry, 3, 6, 8, 9. It either is 9 or 9's over here with 5. 1, 2 is not available. 3 is. 4 is not available. 5's not available because we used it. 6 is available. 7's not available. 8 is available. Or in the other scenario, it's 9. So does that mean 5 is in here? Is that true? If 5 is in here, so 5 is not here. This is either 2 or this digit ever 1? This digit's either 2 or with the 8 or it's part of the 1, 4, 5, right? Because horizontally we've said it's part of 1, 4, 5. Oops. Not 4, 5. So this is only 2 or 5, and this is 1, 2, 4, 5, not 4. Did I make a mistake? I don't know. I don't feel fully confident in the things I'm saying. That's pretty tight. That means this is either 8 or 4, right? If this is 2, this is 8. If this is 5, this is 4. I think those are the only options in here. And then in the other world is the 1, 3, 6 world. But that world is a little more ambiguous, right? Because it's in the other world, this is 8 or 2, or 1 or 3 or 6. Doesn't mean 1 is always in here though, right? We're saying 1 is never in here because it's either 2, 8 or it's 4, 5. So 1 is always here. So this is never 1. Wasn't 1 important? Doesn't that mean this can't be a 6 anymore? This can't be a 6 anymore if this can't be 1. I don't know. Skojo, you got to verify this for me. I don't know if I feel like I'm off the rails a little bit. We said this. We're saying that 1 is in here. And that means 1 is not up here. But we said that this could only be... How did we do that? So this is not 6. Gosh, she's really like chipping away at this. This is 3 or 8, which is tied tightly to this. Oh, did I? I should pencil mark this, huh? Right. It's not, okay. Well, it's not 1, 2, or 3. It's not 4. And it sees 7, 8, and 9. Wow. So, and its buddy is down here. So, right. This one of these, this is either a 3, 6 pair or a 4, 5 pair, right? And its buddy is always up here. So we're saying 6 is never here. Is that what we're saying? So we're saying 6 is always here? Are we saying this is a 6? Wait, did I screw up? Is this pair, doesn't that mean this is the only place for 6 in this box? No, I'm sorry, there's 6 here, but sorry, foolish. 6, but didn't we push 5 and 6 up here now? So this is not a 6 either? I feel like I've pencil marked this in a foolish way. Ugh, sorry. Both 5 and 6 are at the top. So this is only 1, 2, or 3. Three's there. This is only 1 or 2. Right, because no, there's 1. No, what's the remaining digit? 1, 2, 5, 6. We just said that 5 is in there or 6 is in here. So that's not 5 or 6. So that is only 1 or a 2. And there's a 1 or 2 in here. So this is a 3? Yeah, they're definitely not together here. That's true. Right. So this is just a 5 or a 6. Right. So this just is a 5 or 6. So the 1, 2 pair is in here. So this is a 3. That's amazing. A 3. I mean, that was kind of the least useful digit to get because it doesn't disambiguate downstairs, but hey, I'll take it. It does get a 3 out of there. So this truly is, there's an 8, 9 with a 1, 2 in here, and that's how things go. So, and this is the 5 or 6 that pairs with an 8, 9, and its 8, 9 brother is over here, and 3 is just floating in the ether over here. So that's cool. So for one of those is always a 5. Because if this is 4 is either here or here. If this is a 4, this is a 5. If this is a 4, this is a 5. Oh my gosh, this puzzle. I feel like we're getting closer. So did that help us with this? We still know that this is either 3 with a 6 or it's 8 with a 2, right? If this is 8, 2, then this is definitely 1, 3, 6. This is definitely 1 because it's 1, 4, 5. Is this always 1? Has this always been 1? If this is 8, this is 2. And this is 1, 3, 6. But in this case, the 3 is flexible. The 6 is down here, but the 1, we don't know the 3. Is that right? Like this is definitely 1, 4, 5. But that going down, wait, it feels like we know this, and I'm just not seeing it. The 6 is always downstairs, but if it's 1, 3, 6, I guess we don't quite know. We know the 6 is down here. But that could still be the 3. In that case, this is the 3. I don't know. Okay, so we have all of these pairs and virtual pairs and whatnot. Now it really does feel like we're getting close to being in danger of the thing I was talking about earlier, but I still don't see it. Of like forcing something unseemly. Just like this arrangement of digits forcing something unreasonable up here. Just based on the 5s and 6s and 1s and 2s and whatnot. But 5 and 6 are never on the same side. Well, feels like we know a great deal. Definitely one in there. Definitely a 2 in there. Screaming Ice Cube, welcome back. Wait, you see something? Will you tell me the neighborhood in which to inspect? I'm accepting requests for neighborhood inspections. Uh-oh. I don't know. Did I do something wrong? Oh wait. Does this force something? Did this force something that I didn't think of? What, wait, oh, it's the 1. It's the 1. It's the 1. We got so deep in the weeds with insane logic over here and arriving at this 3 that we just didn't see the most obvious thing, which is how quads work. We actually don't know in this case, Jan. So this is either 1, 5, 4 with a 2, 8 pair here. Sorry, with a 2, 8 pair here, or it's some combination of 1, 3, 6 with a 2, 8 pair here. So I don't think we've done that. Yeah, I don't feel too bad about that. And also the 3 was kind of the least interesting thing of all of the insane logic we did. I mean, this 3 was only a result of all the insane stuff we did over here. So I do thank you for pointing it out, Ice Cube, because I had shifted my brain to like whatever insane logic we were doing over here. Okay, but that is great because yeah, it's great. We arrived at this because of all this logic about 5s and 6s, and we got 5s and 6s in here, which pushed the 5s and 6s up here, which forced the 3 down here. So it was all very good. Buckets of fun. Okay, so we have a 2, 3 pair here, which is very exciting. because of the following reasons. One of those reasons being that the 3 is no longer in here. What are the other reasons that this is exciting? Does that help us get to our L? No, our L is never... This isn't a 5 anymore, right? Because we don't have right, 2 and 3, right? Okay, a few things, right. Okay, one was the 6. Sorry, the 5. This can't be 5 because there's no way to make 5 out of these digits, right? 2 would need a 3, and 3 would need a 2, and so forth. So that's not a 5. 4. For this to be 4, we needed specifically 5, 1, which we can no longer do, right? So this 6. 6, 1, 3. Is that right? I'm definitely getting very tired, so I feel like I'm going to make mistakes. Okay, double check me on that. That's right. There's probably an easy way to see that. There just could never be 2 and 3 couldn't be here. Okay. So we remove, this is good. This is very good. Removing the 1 here removes the 9 here. Removing the 2 here removes the 8 here. Removing the 6 here removes the 8 here. This is a 4-5 pair, forces the 7 and the 4. Oops, the 4.
I always like to listen to music.
So do I.
I brought my tape.
What else? We seem to have finally gotten this 7 that we pencil marked over 7,000 years ago. So this did go this way after all. So did we learn something fun from that? Already pushed the 2 down. What else have we learned? Oh, this is not a 5. If that's not a 5, that's not a 9. Still very persistent. Okay. So what are you people? I can see that 6s and 8s, 6s and 8s, for when the 8 comes down here. So this is 2, 5, 8, 9. Is that what's available in the column? 8 sees you. That wasn't that good. Three is in the middle of the world, but we don't know the... Oh my god, Skojo's got it. Unbelievable. Where do I look? Tell me. Just... I'm too tired. Definitely should have streamed earlier in the day, but oh well. Okay, so... Row? Oh, right. I could just finish our pencil marks.
A lot more on this tape. Here. Listen.
What does that do? Because the 4 could still be here. These digits. 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely getting very tired. If that's 7, that's definitely 3, 4, but then the 5 and the 9 go down there. Sorry, the 3. The 3.
Dangerous.
I think the 3 can still escape, can it not?
Want us to use.
Adjusted.
Okay. If the 2-8 pair is on top. Oh, down here. Sorry. Okay, what happens to us to 2 5s and 8s? So if we have 2 5s and 8s, so if we put the right, if the 2-8 pair, meaning this is the 1 3 6, right? So that would be a 2-8, which puts a 5-9 here. Oh, it rules the 8 out of here. I see. So if we put the 8 here, so if we have an 8 in here, then we definitely have a 6-8 pair in here. Oh my gosh. Wow, Scocho, really? What? Wait, okay. If I put an 8 here, it sees this 8, so it places an 8 here, which then places an 8 here. Wow, that's a good one. Skojo, you're on fire tonight. I'm doing a poor job. That is, wow. Okay, I just want to appreciate that for a minute. I had a good feeling about like finding the 14 and this stuff up here, but that is really interesting. This 8 places this, places this. So this is a 4. Is that what we're saying? It really did. I like that. So if this is 4, this is 5, this is 1, right? This is 2, this is 8, this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5. Was that right? I hope that was right. Oh wait, it's not what you saw? Oh, okay, well I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it then. Well, either way, you got me to look at it. So, wait, was this just a 2? Your way was, yeah. Well, I was actually starting to look at yours in the complicated, or like I was going to try to take a complicated trek, but it really just was that, I think it was that simple. So we finally get this. We finally get the 6 here. I'm waiting my whole life for this. So the 14 is a 9-5 after all. This is a 2-8 after all. You get all these like almost resolved things. What a really cool puzzle. The thing that I'm most baffled by, do you think we actually needed that thing to progress? You think Isaiah's a liar? Do you think that crazy, that 5-6 thing, Skojo, do you think was that was actually like on the critical path? Because that I think of most of the other things I would have seen eventually. That is just something, I don't know. I love it. Now I can't exactly remember if we really used it. You know, like if it was a critical path thing. I don't really remember, but it's really cool. But I don't know, it gives me almost that sinking feeling of like, oh no, if I was just solving this puzzle on my own. Normally I don't know, it's hard to say. I generally am a better solver off stream, I would like to think, but that's just one of those things. Oops, that's not, what is that? Wait, what is this? 1, 2, it's a 3. But that, I don't know if I would have seen that. Wow, cool puzzle. Oh, did we rope? I didn't even notice. We did indeed. We did indeed. Oh, thanks for the help, everybody. I appreciate it. Jan, that was probably a weird one to just arrive at in the middle of. I appreciate your appreciate your joining. Oh, thanks, Screaming Ice Cube. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Okay, sorry, I am gonna hop off because it's getting late. I do want to solve your version this week, Skojo, either on or off stream. Gosh, that was really a lovely puzzle. Lots of really interesting logic, really like intricate tension, which I think is cool. Like we had all of these like almost things where they were just like at the breaking point, and we had these breaking point like configurations of digits all over the puzzle, and that 8 just totally broke it. Yeah, it was a great 5-minute solve. Just don't look at this. Yeah, don't look at that up there. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I really enjoyed that one. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, good night, everybody. I don't know what I'm going to do this week. I need to work on Fizz more, but I'll try to get some Sudoku in as well. Okay, good night. Thank you.